Hello guys, it's finally Wednesday and the new trailer just came out for Transformers The Last Night and I am hype, man. If you can't know this. Oh, also, before this video begins, I want to give a shout out to CM Buis, I think that's his name. He was the first one to comment on my Transformers The Last Night trailer number 3 that I just uploaded. So now, I'm gonna break down the trailer for you guys. And I'm gonna make sure I don't miss anything this time, because last trailer I missed Wheelie that he was still alive. But enough of that. Now let's break down this amazing trailer. Oh my god, I'm so excited just to share this with you guys. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited to share this with you guys. Alright, let's go.
It started as a legend, one of the greatest of all. 1,000 years.
Okay, so here we can see the Knights of the Round Table. Okay, so according to this, it looks like this Cybertronian Knights inspire the Human Knights. And that's why the Human Knights wear armor like they do, so they can be more like, you know, the Knights. Now, they look a lot like Steelbane, you know, that Autobot toy that we got a few weeks back. So, I'm thinking the Steelbanes here, I'm just gonna call them Steelbanes, because, you know, it's not just one Steelbane, there's many of them. I think they're gonna be the canon father of this movie. Kinda like the B accounts in Age of Extinction and they all, you know, just died. I think that's gonna happen to the Steelbanes here. They're either gonna be canon father, or they're just gonna not do anything and just die. One of those two.
We've kept it hidden.
Here we get a better shot at Cogman. Okay, so it sounds so wrong whenever I say his name. Anyways, you can see a better shot at him. He is in a dark hallway. He's leading Kate and Sir Edmund. I think that's his name. I mean, I don't really pay too much attention to the human character, so I'm sorry if I get that wrong. Now, he's supposed to be a Headmaster. I'm really curious how they're gonna represent a Headmaster in this movie, because we have never seen a Headmaster in the Michael Bay franchise. So, I'm really curious. Are we gonna see his head come off, or is Cogman their head that's gonna come off? That has come off. Really curious about that.
To protect Earth.
So, spoilers for this section. In the leaked footage, the 30 minutes, I saw that Cogman gave one of these amulets to Kate, and that amulet kind of transformed and got, you know, stuck in his body or something like that. Kind of like what happened with Sam Witwicky on Transformers 3 with that weird watch transformer that we had.
From what was destined to arrive.
Optimus Prime, you
Okay, big one here. A lot of people were saying, why is Optimus turning evil? Is it because he's really gonna turn evil, or is it because he's being corrupted? Now, look, Optimus here is in chains. He's a prisoner, okay? If he wanted to serve Quintessa willingly... Oh yeah, that's Quintessa, by the way. She's the creator, the female creator. If he wanted to serve Quintessa willingly, he wouldn't be chained like a prisoner, don't you think?
Droid your home.
Here we get a better look at Quintessa. And she has this blue-ish organic look on her arms. It's pretty weird and hard to make out. We still can't get a good look at her face. I think you can see her eyes from here, but I don't know if that's an eye. I'm sorry. But what's very, very interesting here is Optimus Prime has the red mark, and he has the blue eyes. So I think the red mark is separated from whatever Quintessa does to him, from the purple eyes. But what does the red mark mean? Since the very beginning, since the first time we saw a clear shot of that red mark, we've been going on about, oh yeah, the red mark means that Optimus Prime is being controlled or something, and whenever that's on, it means the purple eyes are on. But we see Optimus Prime without the red mark and the purple eyes on, and sometimes with the blue eyes, and he still has the red mark. I'm really curious, what is that red mark? What does it mean? So far, only Optimus and Megatron have it. So, is there some kind of connection the two are gonna have throughout the movie? Or is it some kind of thing that symbolizes you're a knight? Because Optimus is a knight, but we haven't seen Steelbane or Dragonstorm have that red mark. So that's still a mystery for now.
Do you seek redemption?
My maker, I do.
And here we see a better look at the junkyard. Nothing special. It reminds me a lot of the Robots in Disguise cartoon Junkyard. It just goes to show that Michael Bay is taking ideas from Transformers Prime and Transformers RID. Which, you know, it also makes sense when you factor in that Drift has that new orange look going on for him. Kind of like his RID counterpart does.
Your daughter, what would you say to her?
Brush your teeth, work hard. Stay away from any boy in a band, especially a drum.
And that, folks, that's the only time and the only mention of Tessa you're gonna get in this movie and her boyfriend. They're not gonna be in the movie. This is like the only thing you're gonna see in the movie about them. Alright, for the people who are wondering, because I have gotten a lot of comments of people wondering about this, and that's it. That's like the only thing we're gonna get. And probably a small explanation. And probably a small explanation of where they are right now. But other than that, that's it. Don't expect to see anything or hear anything big from them.
These are troubled times. Without leaders.
Oh my Primus! Isn't that awesome? I love that bucket helmet. I love that bucket helmet. I don't know about you guys. This Megatron is my favorite. In looks alone. In looks alone, he beats everyone. But if he puts a good performance in the movie, then he could beat my favorite incarnation of Megatron, which is the Transformers Prime Megatron. And now something I want to point out here. We already knew about this, but he has the red mark in the right part of his face, and Optimus has it on the left part. It's like two halves, you know, two halves of one person, of one face, kind of like that. I think the red mark is more symbolic than anything. I don't think it means something special. I think it symbolizes the relationship between Megatron and Optimus. Two halves that cannot exist without one another. That's just my theory, but there's this Destiny stuff going around, like, Anthony Hopkins just said at the beginning about Destiny. So I'm thinking it's Optimus and Megatron's destiny to, have to deal with one another throughout eternity or something like that. I'm not sure, but the red mark, it symbolizes Megatron and Optimus, that's for sure. But what it does so far, it's unknown.
Chaos reigns.
Most of the time we have seen Megatron, he is alone. Alone in the desert, alone right now. The only time we see him with other Decepticons and Barricade was when he was holding Squeaks. He was surrounded by Decepticons and Barricade was around.
Two worlds colliding.
I know we've already seen this shot, but I just want to say that there's been so many references to the other movies. For example, the first movie was without sacrifice there's no victory. For the second movie would be, the legacy of the Primes and the Optimus Primes, and we're probably gonna see the Matrix. That's what I'm saying. For Transformers 3, we have seen the Ark, and for Transformers 4, we're probably gonna see Galvatron. At least for 1 second, we're gonna see him, just to see how he changes from Galvatron to Megatron, or just to explain how Megatron appears. We're getting so many references to the other movies, and I'm thinking this is happening because of the writers. The writers are trying to create this universe, and they're trying to connect all the movies, even if it's by small, let's say small things, like having the Ark in there. It's good to know that they're caring about continuity, even if it's, through small gestures. It's still pretty good.
You're all that stand in its way.
Okay, so here we can see Anthony Hopkins. He's holding a picture of what it seems to be Quintessa. That's the big large planet that's being controlled by the creator. He knows that the creators are coming. So if he knew that, the creators were gonna come back and do all this stuff, why didn't he tell the Autobots? I think they're gonna give us an explanation in the movie so far. I think they're gonna give us an explanation on the movie when it comes out. But then again, Quintessa said that you destroy your planet. He's talking about Transformers 3, when Optimus, and the Autobots help the humans send Cybertron back to where he came from. And she said, you destroy your planet. Which means that Cybertron, it is destroyed. It's no more. Cybertron's gone. So for the ones who were saying, no, Cybertron's not gone. I mean, it probably just went back to being whole again. No, Cybertron's gone. That's her confirmation. Quintessa's angry that Cybertron got destroyed. And later in the trailer, we see Optimus say, to bring my world back, I need to destroy your own. That's what the Decepticons were trying to do on Transformers 3. They were gonna exploit Earth, take its resources to rebuild Cybertron. Now, why would Quintessa wanna rebuild Cybertron? Why do they need it? Why do they need Cybertron? Primus. I think they need it because of Primus. Primus is the core of Cybertron. And if Primus exists, Unicron exists. And maybe Unicron's like this big, you know, danger to the entire universe. And Quintessa knows about this, and she can deal with Unicron because he's way too powerful. You know, you guys know, if you guys have watched Transformers Prime or other Transformers shows, you know how powerful Unicron is. So I think the reason the creators are going to Earth to get its resources, like in Transformers 3, rebuild Cybertron, rebuild Primus. And you know, if you have Primus in there, then Unicron can't do anything because the only one that can beat Unicron, it will be Cybertron. I know, that's just a theory. I'm getting a bit off the rails. Just saying, just throwing my 2 cents in there.
And now the greatest mission of them all, to turn the tide of human history.
Okay, we're already seeing this shot. The problem is that we don't know where it's happening. Is it the submarine or is it the lockdown ship? Because remember, lockdown ship had all these night statues and stuff. And we do see lockdown ship in the trailer, so it could still be lockdown ship. And here we see the submarine rising from the ocean. It's close to the mountain. That's really curious because in trailers before this one, we have seen that the submarine is in like the middle of the ocean. So what I'm thinking that's happening here is that Hound and the remaining Autobots are gonna be holding out against the Knights, and they're gonna come for the submarine, while Bumblebee, Cade, and the others are trying to, I don't know, use the submarine for something. We still, you know, we know that the submarine is really important, but we still don't know what it does. Think about it. We've been talking about this thing so much, and we still don't know what it does. What, is it gonna send some kind of death beam that's gonna destroy Quintessa? Is it gonna create a force field around there or something? We still don't know, but this thing is important. Oh, that's a nasty shot right there. So that's the continuation for the first trailer that we got. Bumblebee didn't die from that, but he probably lost an eye because he got hit right in the eye. That has to hurt like a lot. I wonder if Bumblebee lost an eye. One eye Bumblebee confirmed. Oh, that's a nasty hit. Optimus Prime's taking some lessons from Bane, if you know what I mean. Only Batman fans will get the reference. But I feel bad for Bumblebee. He's getting wrecked by his mentor, his friend, his leader. And he's taking a lot of punishment. Like, I actually feel bad for Bumblebee, and that's coming from a guy who's tired of seeing Bumblebee win every single time. I feel really bad for him. That looks like it hurts. That looks like it really hurts a lot.
The imminent destruction of everything we know and love begins.
I know I said this before, but that's my favorite ship in the entire franchise. Hands down, if I had to pick a ship to take on a stroll throughout the universe, it will be that one. It's not only a night sanctuary, but it's also a prison.
I'm not leaving you.
Every single trailer, our only shot of Canopy is this one. Him lying on the floor and Isabella saying, "No, wake up, Canopy!" I'm sorry, I'm not doing that ever again. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Canopy's dead. Confirm. It's over. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to update that Autobot list when the movie comes out. Are these the ships from the creators, or are they from Lockdown ship? Because in Age of Extinction, we saw the mercenaries, the Lockdown's mercenaries have the same kind of ships. So I'm wondering, are these creators Decepticons or Autobot ship? I think it could be Decepticon ships more than anything. You know, being controlled by Megatron.
When all seems lost, a few brave souls can save everything we've ever known.
And of course, in typical, it's not a movie. And of course, in typical Michael Bay fashion, it's not a movie if there's not two people kissing. You lucky bastard.
The operation is over.
We're not giving up on Prime, okay?
And here we see more Steelbane copies beating up Prime. Now, I'm wondering, does this happen? I'm thinking this happens after Cade heals Optimus, because by this point, he doesn't have the red mark anymore, and he doesn't have the purple eyes anymore. So by this point, I'm pretty sure Prime has turned cold to the light side again, and the creators are angry, and they're sending their minions to go and kill Optimus. Okay, I almost missed this one. We see Cade using Excalibur, and I know that's Excalibur, because why would he use a regular sword in battle? It has to be Excalibur. Now, the interesting thing here is that we see this metal thing over here, and it's gray. And what else is metal and gray, and it's on the platform right now, where Optimus and Bumblebee were fighting. The Steelbane copies. So I find this a bit unrealistic that Excalibur could, you know, alone match the size and strength of a Steelbane. It's really far-fetched, but then again, it's a Michael Bay movie, so what do you expect, right? Is Excalibur like the Star Saber, like in Transformers Prime? Because we see this bluish glow over here, and we see that somehow Excalibur by itself is strong enough that it can hold out a full-blown attack by a Steelbane. Oh, this is also the first time we're getting our first clear shot at Excalibur.
I want to stay, and I want to fight them.
Now, I don't know where this scene happens. Does it happen before? Does it happen before the Optimus and Bumblebee fight, or does it happen after it? Because here, it's not very clear. But we can see Optimus has the blue eyes again, and I don't see a red mark from here. I really don't see it. And then he just jumps in and saves Cade from this helicopter, which is kind of weird. But here we see Cade have this, you know, helicopter suit. I don't know how you call that. All right, sorry. And we do see a couple of helicopters fly in the trailer. We see a lot of helicopters, but what I'm trying to say is that those helicopters are flying somewhere, right? Maybe they're flying up, trying to go into the homeworld, and that's where Optimus Prime is, and they're trying to save him or something. I don't know. This is really confusing. But I'm gonna put money on the table and say that this happens on the Quintessom's homeworld, the big planet that's trying to destroy us.
For my world to live.
And I still don't see any drift. Where's drift? Michael Bay, where's drift? I want to see some drift action. I want to see some drift action. God, is it so much to ask? Seriously. Okay, here we see Dragonstorm, and we know Dragonstorm is an Autobot. So is he gonna help? Is he helping Optimus, or is he trying to get rid of him? I'm thinking that Dragonstorm is gonna join Optimus Prime. How do I know this? Well, besides the fact he's an Autobot. And it doesn't look like he's trying to kill him here. But I could be totally wrong, and Dragonstorm, you know, shakes off Optimus Prime, he falls, transforms, puts his foot down and tries to squish Optimus, which is what's probably happening over here. Dragonstorm so far, he could be a good guy or he could be a bad guy, either one. I don't know which one.
Yours must die.
Okay, what he said right here. For my world to live, yours must die. That's what Megatron was trying to do in Dark of the Moon. Because they need Earth's resources to rebuild Cybertron again. Which goes into my theory. Why is Cybertron so important? Why does Quintessa care so much? unless it has some kind of importance to her and to the universe overall, like Unicron. Primus will be the only individual capable of fighting Unicron. So that's why they need Cybertron, because without Cybertron everyone's screwed, because Quintessa can't do anything about it, the humans wouldn't be able to do anything, the Autobots wouldn't be able to do anything, and the Decepticons at this point are pretty much gone. Okay, so here we have a better look, and it's a Decepticon ship. So does that mean the Autobots and Decepticons are gonna team up to beat the creators? There's a high chance for that, actually. I freaking called it. I called it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. People were saying it's not gonna happen. Here it is. Optimus and Megatron are gonna meet again, and this time Megatron's winning, which I'm really happy. I'm actually rooting for Megatron right here. It's a long story, I will explain more in the future, but Megatron's winning and Optimus has the purple eyes. So does that mean Megatron has joined the humans and the Autobots to fight the creators? That's really interesting. And you know, and we saw Lennox in the previous shot, like he was like, he had this very undecisive look about him. Lennox had this very undecided look about him, like he didn't know what to do. He was like, oh, what should I do? Should I shoot the Optimus? Because he's evil now. Oh, but Megatron's back, he's even more dangerous. Should I get rid of him then? Very, very interesting. In Dark of the Moon, we saw Megatron trying to exploit Earth's resources. And now, in the last night, we see Optimus trying to do the same thing, and now we see Megatron on the other side. This is all so very interesting. Alright, so here we see Megatron. He doesn't have the battle mask on. It looks like he's sitting on some destroyed cars. Now, this scene looks like it happens around the area where Canopy dies. I'm not saying this is the same scene where Canopy dies, but I'm saying it's pretty close to that scene. I don't know what's happening here, but Megatron looks angry. He's shooting at the floor. You know that's an angry Megatron when he does that. Now, I don't think he's fighting anyone, just because if he was fighting someone, you can bet he will put a blaster on their head right now. What I believe is happening here is that he's meeting up with the other Decepticons. Nitro, Onslaught, Barricade. They're all just having this little chat, talking about what they're gonna do next. Or maybe this is the scene where Megatron says, Decepticons, I'm back, I lead you now. And the Decepticons are like, no, it's not Megatron, you die. And the Megatron gets angry and shoots at the floor to prove his dominance. Okay, number one, look at their heads. Doesn't it remind you of a certain someone who has a toy? Infernicus, right? They all have the same head. So are these guys right here, do they all come together and just transform into Infernicus? It's very likely, you know. They have the same head. They have the same head and everything. And the creators seem to be really advanced. So it's not out of the realm of possibilities, is what I'm trying to say. But we see Optimus with the purple eyes, and I think he has the red mark. I can't get a good look in here. And here we see Optimus with the purple eyes and the red mark. It's really hard to see, but it's there. Now, why is he fighting the Knight when he has the purple eyes? This just got really confusing. Either the creators are testing Optimus to see if he's up to the task, to see if, he can, they're probably saying, if you can take down all of these guys, then you... Or what I'm thinking that's happening here, Optimus is either fighting against the mind control, or it's Dark Energon. If you don't know, Dark Energon increases your power by a lot. I don't want to use the word power because it's not Dragon Ball Z. But basically, Dark Energon grants its wielder amazing power. So maybe, if the purple eyes are Dark Energon, Optimus Prime is using the power of Dark Energon to fight against the Knights. Because the Knights, they seem to be pretty strong, alright? But with a Dark Energon infused Optimus Prime, You can bet he can take those. You can bet he could take all those knights in one hit. Pretty impressive. Whoa, that was a lot to cover, and I hope I didn't miss anything. If I missed anything, then feel free to correct me, and I'll probably make a second video about it. Whew! So that was a lot. And I still haven't eaten breakfast yet, so that's why I'm rambling and I'm tired and stuff, so I'm sorry if I'm a bit sloppy. The tutorial just came out in the morning. Like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a like, notification squad, hit that bell or Grimlock's gonna get you, I'm not kidding. And this Friday, or maybe Saturday, I'm gonna upload a video explaining the top 10 reasons why Transformers The Last Knight could fail. And later I will do one saying why it could succeed, why it could be great. So that's it for now, guys. Bye, peace out.